Hey everybody, we're back.
We are.
It's
And I'm
another
telling you,
Monday.
how about that audience?
I don't know how you fit them all
I'm
in
gonna tell
Studio
you.
B.
Studio B's tight, but I'm telling you, I didn't think we'd get all those folks.
4 people in here raising hell. Sounds like 30. And it's us 4.
It is. That's all right.
Well, my name's Kurt, if you haven't been on here before, and I'm part of Heartland Hotrods. This is my partner Kevin, my partner Greg,
Greg, Kevin,
and Greg.
Greg.
And together we've got this YouTube channel, Heartland Hotrods. So this thing was born about a year or so ago, based on the fact that I wanted to do a series of videos on my car. And
Why'd you start that for?
yeah, why did I? Because today we still haven't filmed my car, but we've got 90-some videos out on our channel right now.
Yeah, we do.
So
I just want to say we appreciate you guys.
man, supporting us is great.
Yeah,
We need a little more support though.
we do. What do we need?
Our year's coming up in March, 1st of March. We've got almost 500 subscribers. For us old guys to keep doing this, we need 500 more. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, it's real easy. Takes less than a minute. Just subscribe to YouTube, join our channel,
It's free.
and it's free.
It doesn't
There ain't
cost you a
much-
dime.
Not much free in this world anymore, is there?
No.
No, there isn't.
But the best part is when you do this, it helps us keep this good content rolling your way. We hope you're enjoying it. We really do.
Got a lot of things planned for this year as well. So
We do.
hang on. This is just one of the new things that we've got planned, but we're also going to do some swap meets. We've got a lot of other stuff going on, not just the car videos, even though that was our bread and butter.
Well, you know, last week, our plan was to be live, and due to some glitches and stuff, and
We weren't alive.
maybe ignorance on our part, I'm not real sure, but we had to pre-record it.
You said it. We're old guys.
Yeah, we're old, so you can't expect a lot.
No.
My mother-in-law uses that for an excuse all the time. Well, I did that because I'm old.
Well,
You know,
that's
so-
right. But we also have tonight's show. We have Shannon Crump coming on as a guest, and he's going to report on his Meekum.
See, I wasn't even going to tell them that until we got there.
No, we want to tell him. We want you to hang on because we want him to tell you what he experienced.
Oh, I meant the name, but that's okay.
What was that?
We're good. No, we're good with that. I just wasn't going to
Say Meekum? You were going to say
conceal.
Meekum?
I was just concealing who was going to be our special.
I
But
see
it
what you're saying.
it really don't matter.
No, it don't.
I'm teasing, honestly. He's got a lot of good information.
He was
And
on.
he's got some things to show us too. So make sure you hang around for that because
Man, it's a trip to Florida. You get to take a trip to Florida and never leave your room.
and
There you go.
certain cases.
That's my vacation.
It
Sand
sounds
on
like-
the floor, some lawn chairs, and put it on vacation channel.
You know, we were having a conversation earlier about, man, we need to go to Kissimmee next year to Meekum auction. Greg said, oh yeah, we can be there in 45 minutes or an hour on an airplane. I said, see you boys when I get there.
Oh, man.
Because Kurt ain't getting on no airplane. I don't mind going fast
Well,
from here to there as long as I'm on the ground.
Suppose it's got 4 wheels.
God wanted me to fly, he made me a crow.
So
I'm not saying eagle. I'm saying at least a crow.
At least you're correct.
well, we got one in the bucket. At least it was one not so live. This one is live, and we are going to we're going to continue these on Monday evenings at 6 p.m.
Yeah, we'll try to not make you suffer through more than an hour.
Right, and we want your contributions to the show as well. Producer Jim will jump in there and let us know if you've got any comments, anything else on any of the topics we're talking about.
He's over there behind the camera, but he does a whale of a job.
Oh,
Yes,
my
he
gosh.
does.
We couldn't operate without him. Jim.
Yeah, that's
He's a
right.
hidden Jim.
One of us would be over there if that were
We
the
would.
case, right?
We would.
So, guys, we were talking earlier about things we were going to talk about.
Talking about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, well, pre-show production type stuff, because we're high end here. But
We are.
We are high end.
Got a lot of dollars into this.
But no, one of the things that I notice a lot is, and maybe because we've gotten older, and I know times have changed and all that stuff, but you remember when we were younger and we used to get out and drive around and you'd see all kinds of cars out for sale. In particular, you'd see old hot rods and pickup trucks and things sitting in the weeds or behind the barn,
Right.
out by the road with a for sale sign stuck in.
All the time.
You had $500, $800, you could probably pick one up and take it home.
Probably could.
Boy,
What,
things ain't that way.
what happened, Kevin? What do you think happened?
Well, I know one thing that took a big dent in it was cash for clunkers in
Oh
2009.
yeah.
So you're looking at roughly 690,000 vehicles taken off of the hands of classic car enthusiasts and just
Parts people.
just parts people in general, and that's why also, if you remember, getting parts in cars jumped like 20% overnight around 2010.
Well, I guess so. Really, what happened if you had an old '71 Chevy truck sitting out in the weeds and
Did it have,
old
might have
useless
had a little
C10.
transmission problem. Might have had a little.
not worth fixing, you could load her up, take it to a dealer, and they'd pay you for it.
It averaged out. Just looking, they paid a minimum of 3,500, a maximum of 4,500 in that day. And where you're looking at that, so the average, if you averaged them out, just in the meet in the middle, it's about $4,200 a vehicle.
So that's 15 plus years ago.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
We're not going to get into the political aspects of
No.
what really happened,
no,
but what it did was take cars off
Absolutely
the
did.
street that we can use.
Over 500,000 trucks.
And I think it was all in an
wow.
effort, really. Again, this is not a political opinion, but I think it was an effort to save General Motors.
It probably was.
Because I mean, anytime the government gets involved in that, General Motors needs the sales. They've got to be able to pay. We'll give them maximum for junk.
Well, what it do to us?
Well, yeah, but here's another thing too. They destroyed all those vehicles. That were
They
trucks.
absolutely did. They did. They put in something called liquid glass and froze the engines to where they were unusable, and they could not sell any parts. So you couldn't sell any parts off of them. You had to. They shredded them or they cubed them, and most of the metal, as far as I know, went to China
Yeah.
for manufacturing.
Well, I used to be able to go to a salvage yard if I needed a part for an old '65 Chevrolet truck or an old F100. There was 20 salvage yards within a 50-mile radius, and you could go buy them parts. But
could.
around 2010,
Yeah.
they had crushed them all up.
Well, and
There's not many salvage yards left,
Well, at that-
and that's a shame.
At that time, you weren't getting that kind of money for them either.
No,
I-
no.
because they were available,
Yeah, they were available.
and now they're not. And now what happened to our classic car market?
And I think Cash for Clunkers literally put the auto salvage business out. Them guys that had them old classic cars, and I knew where all of them were in our area.
Right.
They just went away.
So what we want to know is, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, what
Did it affect you?
y'all run into? I mean, these days when you find a car, everybody knows what everything's worth. They know. Yeah, I mean, it's a Flintstone mobile.
Yeah.
But I need 10,000 for it because of what it is.
Right.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. I mean,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's just the market is today. But people go, well, why are classic cars and trucks so expensive? That's why.
It is.
That's
It
why,
is.
because a lot of them went away.
A lot of them went away.
Almost
So-
$750,000.
But I miss the old, you can go to the salvage yard and you can buy a vehicle to fix up for $400 or $500.
Yeah, those days are gone.
But those days are long gone. And I miss that. These younger people, this younger generation, don't have the advantage of picking through parts and old cars and trucks like we did.
No.
It's hard for them to get in this car market because we talked about it all year long last year. Most of the car cruisers are older guys,
They are
50 and up, I'm going to say.
right.
I took a quick trip to Little Rock, Arkansas this weekend, and
What?
down 67, and you would see a lot of vehicles sitting around in the past. A lot less on this trip.
Especially along that route.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, there were some, and
Yeah.
there's some spots I'd like for us to go hit, but outside of that, and it was great. If you would have done that trip post 2000,
20 years ago.
you would have saw a
lot of cars.
vehicles.
You know, I just really missed that time that you could build a car reasonable, or you could
Yeah.
even if you were paying someone, you could afford the car.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
now you can't afford the bones of the car.
No,
And you know, everybody makes parts. They do if you're willing to pay for them.
they do.
You know, but you gotta have deep pockets to build an old hot rod. That's why it takes
You do.
guys like me and you and Kevin, different people. It takes years to get
Where we want to be with the vehicle.
to get what you
Right.
desire, and you got to be able to accept the fact that you don't. Most people I know don't have 50 grand to throw at a vehicle. You know.
Let me ask you guys something.
Yeah.
Now, Curtis, you spent 19 years building your Firebird.
Well, I've owned it 19 years. It took me 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 15 years. So you've got that. It's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank
You
you.
did an excellent job.
Excellent job. Greg has gotten his
I did.
classic this year.
Well, you
did.
got it, Rick. Tell them.
I got a 1968 C10 Chevrolet fleet side long bed.
Yeah.
Nice old
You
truck.
can, matter of fact, you can find it on our YouTube channel because we've been filming on it.
Heartland Hotrods.
With like 51,000 original miles.
I think when Jay got it, it had 51, 52,000. It's probably around
60.
60.
I would say that would be probably over because I doubt that he drove it more than 6,000
And
miles.
you know, people, we and not to repeat myself in case you've heard me say this before, but we went and looked at some trucks
A lot of.
for almost the same money that we would have to trailer home.
Oh
Yes.
man, that's
You
true.
know, thankfully, we had a friend. He felt
Sorry for him.
Sorry.
sorry for him.
He felt sorry
I guess.
for
I
him.
don't know how else to explain it.
I mean, look
Thank
at
you,
his
Jay.
face. That's a sorrowful looking
Because you
face.
sold him that truck, I've been employed now, free of charge, to fix all the little things to make it Greg's truck.
I got a truck and a personal mechanic. It's not everybody can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You got one, all right.
And as far as that goes, of course, I'm next in the line. So if
Oh.
anybody out there feels sorry for me,
Well,
it would like to give me a super good deal like Jay gave Greg.
Well, Jay's got about 5 cars, so he can still come through.
You know, we'll touch on some stuff we talked about during this segment here real quick because we weren't exactly live last week, but you're looking for a Trans Am like mid 70s, something like that,
Yeah.
Firebird.
Yeah, even a stock Firebird it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stop.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about race car.
And you're not looking, and I don't know if you're looking for one ready to go done or if it's something you can tinker with, drive and work on at the same time.
That would probably be preferred.
Anybody out there got anything like that?
Yeah.
He's looking.
I'm
Yeah.
looking.
Send us a
Let
comment.
us know.
Comment now if you have it.
Comment on that.
Yeah,
Right.
and with that, now here's the tricky part because with these, one of the things just take for granted. I mean, let's say that I am with Allstate, and all of a sudden I find my car, and it's what I want. Is that something that you guys would suggest just having it added onto who I'm currently
Insurance?
have?
It
for
depends.
insurance?
Now, here's how I look at that. And you know, Greg asked me this question when he was
I did.
insuring up his old pickup.
I did.
If you go out here and buy a builder, maybe I use State Farm, Allstate, and insure it accordingly. When you buy one completed or finished, you know, I know there's people out there that says, "Oh, I got my collector car insurance through my insurance agent. I got
Right.
it with all my other vehicles.
Right.
You know, I get this discount stuff." And that's fine. You can do that, and I hope that that's good quality insurance. I did a lot of research on this subject when I got my car done because I wanted to make sure it was covered for at least the value of the car,
Sure.
which most people do. And Greg and I went about it a little bit different, but I called them up on the phone, and I'm talking about Haggerty Insurance people. There's American Car Collector Insurance out there, and there's some others. And you can also go through your agents, your local agent,
Yeah,
that
and
insures your regular cars and trucks. But I called Haggerty on the phone. First, number one, I wanted to see what kind of value they would place on my car as a 1968 Firebird, and they told me. And she said she would insure it up to this amount before I would have to get an appraisal.
Right.
And the reason they do that, and Greg, you and I had this
We
discussion
did.
a couple of days ago. You know, Greg did his online. He insured his truck for the dollar amount
Online. Every bit I did was online.
that you felt it was worth.
I did.
And I think Haggerty felt the same way because they didn't.
They sold me the insurance.
They sold you the insurance without the appraisal.
Right.
Now, the reason they will insure them up to a certain amount. I go out here and buy a $20,000 truck. I'm just going to throw a figure out there.
Right.
And I get on Haggerty or any insurance company and said, I want to insure this thing for 75 grand. Well, we'd be glad to do that as long as we know your truck's worth $75,000.
And why would that be?
Well, because
Given
you
that,
have that truck and say my garage burned, but by the way, you owe me 75 grand
right.
because my truck was worth that. Well, your truck was a $20,000 truck,
Yeah.
and that's where insurance rates go up. People try to scam it, and the insurance companies. While I'm not a big fan of paying insurance, we all have to have it.
Yes.
Whether it's health insurance, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, all the above, you've got to have those things. So they rein you in by making you produce that appraisal if you get over an estimated value that they believe your vehicle is. That's my opinion. If you guys think it's something else or something different, please comment.
Let us know what you got. Now, Curtis, as well, you had an experience with your car.
Well, I did, and that's another thing. You know, I pay $650 a year for my collector car insurance.
Right.
That sounds a little high, but that's only $53, $54.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's.
And
sounds
that's
reasonable.
totally protected.
Yeah.
I have a zero deductible,
Right.
and it's based on what it would take, and it's not. They would go to a value higher than I pay.
Right.
But I said, look, it'd take this amount of dollars to buy it. Let's insure it for that. Well, I had my Haggerty insurance. I paid my premiums, and a couple winters ago, it was March, and pretty day. The wife and I, we get out driving around in the old Firebird. Went across where they'd done a culvert replacement in the fall, and across this culvert, a little old 1.5 inch little divot in the road. My hood blowed up right in the windshield, right over the roof of my car, and I could see nothing.
Oh man!
I mean, I know I'm meeting a vehicle, and I know I've got one behind me.
Right.
All I could do was look out at the center line till I got stopped. You know, and just knowing where.
But what did that do to you?
Well, it killed me for one thing, but you know, I called the insurance. This was on a Sunday, I believe. I called the insurance on Monday and told them the situation, and this is my experience. But I couldn't have asked for a nicer lady on the phone. I told her what happened. She said, simply get me an appraisal, and we'll take care of it. So I get that appraisal, and expensive, but we'll see what they say. Okay, we got it. No, that's all approved. Who do we send the check to? I said, I've been somebody else work on them. That's fine. We'll send it. For the first time since I bought the car, I was actually getting paid to work on it myself. Went out for what on it prior, you know.
Right.
But they made it easy. They made it easy, and the transition was so smooth.
So
I recommend them to anybody.
based on that, I went with them because of your experience. But the other reason I went with them was because I have my home and 4 vehicles insured by my insurance company.
Yeah.
Now, it would be my luck. I'd take my old 68 C10 out. God forbid something happens.
Deer, whatever.
What does that do? That affects my insurance.
Now the rates go up on everything
Everything I own.
Yeah.
So I wanted it separate.
Oh, that's one other thing. I asked the lady when I called it in, and everything was approved. Will my rate go up because of this? I mean, it was an unfortunate accident, but it wasn't I didn't hit another vehicle.
Right.
I wasn't driving a high rate of speed, you know.
Right.
She said if it does, maybe just a little, $2 a month.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah. No, let me.
So you're highly satisfied with your insurance.
Oh man, I don't think you can beat them for what they do. They have a reputation, and they know the classic car industry.
They do.
They know.
And I really like the newsletters that they send out. I'm not.
Does your local
and this is
agent-
non-paid.
Does your local agent really know
what
it would cost
Right.
to replace that, especially if it's something sentimental? You want to make sure you get the value out of what you own. You know.
That's true.
So collector car guys out there, and these guys that build your hot rods, and You know, who do you insure them with? We'd
That's
be
right.
curious to know.
Yeah,
I know I could save money with my local agent,
right.
but will the outcome, if I need them, be the same
That's
as
when it
was?
matters.
That's, yeah, when it
That's
matters.
right.
Is it going to be this jumping through hoops to even collect a check? You know, I just don't
Yeah.
want to do that. So I'd be interested to know what other
Yeah.
people experience.
Won't you comment? Let
I
us
can't
know.
be the only dude that's had a.
How did you decide to go through your insurance? Did you go with your regular insurer? Did you go with a secondary insurance company?
You know, why did you do
And
that?
why
Was
did
it-
you do it?
Was it for money or the protection?
Have you had bad experience or bad or good experience?
Curtis, you know, I couldn't help but to catch some key words out of that conversation. One of them,
What, affordable? I'm
Yeah.
cheap.
believe it or not, but one of them was you said that they were going to insure it up to the value that they know it is,
Mhm.
right? So I mean, if you 20,000 is not a problem. You know, I've been trying to get $1 million worth of life insurance, and everybody keeps hanging up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny how
Why
that
is
works,
that?
isn't it?
I don't know.
You obviously work out.
What about
On a
what
regular
about that
basis.
commercial that they show on TV land all the time? $9.95 a month.
yeah.
$9.95 a month.
Or,
Right.
Has anybody really checked into that?
Right.
You know, they can tell you anything. Is the
No.
point? They can tell you anything, but that doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be.
But when you experience it and it pays off, then it's
Well,
Tells you.
they got
That's been-
my loyalty because of the way they handled the situation. When I needed them, they were there. They took care of it. I wasn't trying to scam them. This is what it is.
Right.
You know.
Right.
well. That's great. So let us know out there what happened with you. I mean, do you like who you're insured with? Did you insure through your major insurance carrier? Did you insure through a secondary? We appreciate it. Let us.
Yeah,
Let
you
us
have a recommendation or a story.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody's as good as Hager. Maybe
and maybe they're better priced.
yeah. And we do
Industry.
not work for Haggerty Insurance.
No, we do not.
No, we sure don't.
Right now, we don't work for anybody, so we're looking.
That's why we need you to subscribe to this channel.
That's right. Help us some old poor country boys out here.
No, you guys, really, it's a lot of fun talking about old cars.
It is.
This is kind of, to me, this show, although I don't have a screen like that in my garage, but it's kind of conducive to a bunch of old boys hanging out in
It
the
is.
garage. You know,
Now we are in Studio B, and we are still waiting on Studio A.
Studio B is Greg's new family room downstairs,
It is.
and it's beautiful.
It is, and
And
we
you have such a loving wife to put up with this once a week already.
That's true. I do. And right now, we'd like to thank our guests that are out there. Jim, say hi to our guests for us.
He waved his hand. Y'all hear that?
Yeah. We've had some comments about people using Haggerty.
Oh yeah.
Have they had
Is
good
it a
luck?
positive thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
So yours wasn't a fluke.
Yeah,
it
I didn't-
seldom is.
And I didn't think so. Now,
If-
has anybody mentioned, Jim, that maybe they're with their local agent and they're satisfied with it? Have you saw anything like that? Or
No.
yeah, and you know, my insurance agent, and it was a State Farm agent. She said, you know, we can insure your classic car and give you the same coverage for like way cheaper. I feel an obligation after the experience I went through
Yeah,
with
I'd
State
say-
Haggerty.
Yeah.
You know, $400 or $500 is not going to make or break a classic car guy. If it was, he'd have been broke before he ever got the
Oh,
vehicle.
far.
You know.
But I will say, just like I said, it's a reason. Another reason I wanted Haggerty is because I didn't want it tied up
Yeah.
with all of my insurance. I didn't want an accident from my recreational vehicle to interfere with my drivers.
Well,
Daily drivers.
you know, when you got multiple cars, oh, you get this multi-car discount.
You're right.
But have an accident with one, and
And
everything goes.
That's right.
It-
Everyone.
You know,
It's funny you mentioned State Farm, and I'm going to put this back up. Darren Baker commented, State Farm is getting out of the classic car insurance. They
There we
just
go.
canceled my 1970 Torino and pointed me towards a joint policy they are promoting with Haggerty.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So he's got, and we filmed Derek's car. by
Just
the
in
way.
case that didn't pick up.
Yeah, that's 70 Torino.
Oh, it's a beautiful car,
State Farm
Darren.
is canceling that insurance with him and are joining forces
Haggerty.
with Haggerty. Now, you know, and another thing, Haggerty will insure your 2020 Chevy pickup or your SUV. They
Right.
don't just but their primary focus
Right.
is collectible car and trucking.
And they know the value of it.
And they absolutely know the value. Now,
Right.
there's a reason State Farm's getting out of that business.
And joining forces with them.
How long would you be in business if you didn't know what the hell you were doing, Kevin? So,
Yeah.
that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
But that's a hillbilly
Okay.
version of the way I see it. But,
Okay.
it's
And we have a heckler in the crowd too.
Did we already? What's our heckler say? Let's put them up, Jim.
Somebody on Classic Country Backstory says, "Hey guys, girls like old cars too."
Well, I'll tell you, Country Classic Backstories. We
That's
have
another YouTube channel.
Yes,
by the
it
way.
is.
It belongs to some friends of ours.
It really does.
Not mentioning no names.
Now we're talking about classic cars, and that's classic country music.
Absolutely.
So,
I always say,
what do you always say?
our generation, from Jim's on through the old guy over there,
I
not that much older, Greg. I'm just
No, I'm a bit older.
We had the coolest cars.
We
had
did.
the coolest music.
We did.
And the prettiest girls.
We did. Just look it up. Just look it up, folks.
And we got to grow up in that era of
We did.
those really cool cars that we all
Right.
desired. Kevin said last week, we're kind of chasing that nostalgia. I think
Absolutely.
That's how you put it. You know.
And Kev, you're really chasing it because you're on the market. You're in the market, babe.
I am.
Hey, he's dead serious, by the way. Anybody got an old mid-70s Firebird, even early 70s Firebird, that Gen 2, he'd probably even look at a Camaro.
Yes. Yeah, I would.
You're that body style, Jim.
I send him all kinds. I've been sending him everything I see.
You sent me some.
Well, I used to flood you with C10 trucks.
You
Little
did.
did I know that was going to get me into this big
Little
old
did you
deal.
know that would veer off Heartland Hotrods into a search mode
Yeah.
instead of filming mode.
Yeah, so we lost a couple months there just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
we
got
did.
so into looking for you
So what we really need is our subscribers now.
to make up the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, we let you down, but we're asking you to pick us up. That's
Hey,
what we're
and
asking.
I'll tell you another thing when we're talking about subscribers and anybody that's out there watching. Now, we find all kinds of cars and we get leads from a lot of people.
We do.
Yes, we do.
We've got some
But
good
look,
friends.
if you've got something that's sitting in the barn with 2 inches of dust on it, mouse turds or whatever, and it's a cool old classic, we'll
Yeah.
come film it.
We will.
If you've got a bright, shiny hot rod that you would like to see on the video, we'll do it, or your buddy or your grandpa,
Right.
or we'll take those referrals because we may not go film it in January, but we might go film it in March.
We would.
You know.
That's right. And if they got it in a big enough, nice enough home,
Hey,
house, we'll film it then.
we'll wade through some mud and muck too.
We will.
We like them old cars, them old barn finds.
We do.
And it's great to show that shiny paint stuff, or maybe these informational videos. We kind of looked at a couple of those this week with my rear end deal I've got going on my 60
Kurt's got-
Firebird.
He has a rear end mess going on.
I do, and we made a little video about it. You check it out if you want to know about it. But I've even changed my mind from that right now. So
So we're gonna have to put a
And
video.
we've got
on
one
that.
coming up too of a 72 that Kurt has.
oh
It's a-
Lord,
and we're gonna have that hitting the.
are you gonna?
72 C10.
Yeah, it's an old Cheyenne pickup, belonged to my daddy,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have to show him.
It was an adventurous day.
Yeah,
to say the
it
least.
didn't start off real good.
No,
At least not for me.
and luckily we've got it on film.
Yes, we do.
This you have to see.
Well, these two guys had cameras on, and I'm in the process of doing what I wanted to do, and we were wanting to capture all this. Boy, did we!
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And we'll show you what happened, and it happened early on, so it won't
It
take
did.
long to see it.
It did.
And it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
Got a question here.
Yeah.
What's that?
Tom Sherrill, I hope I'm
Tom
saying
Shirley?
Shirley asked,
Hi, Tom.
"It's winter. When are you guys coming back to film some more man cave garages?"
Oh no! Hey, Tom.
Ah, he remembers.
Tom's got a good man cave.
Yes, he does.
He's got the premier man cave.
Kind of looks like an old car museum.
It is.
Yeah, it's anything 60s and 70s,
Decoy.
really 40s to 70s.
Now here's the truth, Tom. We have filmed your man cave twice. We're looking for an excuse to come back a third time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's cool.
We was hoping you'd ask. Hey,
Yeah.
we ran across some cool garages.
Yes, we have.
Tom's place
Yeah.
with his son Luke.
Yeah.
We're going out
Cool.
there. We'll just go out there and hang out this winter. We'll make him fire that dude up, and we'll. You know what? I think we're about time for our caller, right? So we're going to take a quick break. We're
Yep.
going to get our buddy Shannon on here,
Right.
and we'll be right back
We're
with
talking
y'all.
about Meekum.
Meet them.
Make them. He'll be, there he is. He's
So
coming.
how do I?
Hey guys,
Shannon, can you hear us?
Hey,
what's up, guys?
Hey, how
How
you
you
doing,
doing?
buddy?
Good, good.
Hey,
Love
happy New Year to you, by the way.
you as well, guys. I
Well,
was watching the show and you guys talking about cruising up and down the road looking at old cars. I remember, I remember when I couldn't drive, but my buddies could, and we used to drive a. I used to ride a '78 Cutlass from Perryville, and we called St. Louis Festus. Okay,
sure.
so by the time we got to St. Louis Festus. But all those little car lots, they always had old classic cars. I just love that. That's a good memory you brought back.
Oh
I like
yeah, and it's a shame that's going, But I've always loved doing that. I found a lot of my old rides that way,
Yeah.
So,
No,
well, Shannon, we wanted you to come on here tonight. Number one, you've got a great classic car business, but you do a
He
little more
does.
than that, don't you?
I do. I do. Classic cars, I don't know how to say it, but I kind of keep it a secret, really. I just kind of do it for myself, and I enjoy them all. I like the hunt. I like the hunt of finding the cars and the stories I hear from old timers, or
Yeah.
stories. That's what I like. I mean, there's been times I enjoyed the story so much. I bought a car and loaded it up, and on the way home, I'm like, now what am I going to do with it?
Well,
It's
you
just,
you're the owner of Crump's Auto Sales and Trailer Sales right in our town here, Festus, Crystal City.
St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, the St. Louis Festus.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But man, you've got some great trailers over there. That's you've got them for just about any type job or need, don't you?
I do. I've been in the trailer business for 15 plus years now. I don't keep very many in stock any longer. I mean, next week I think we've got 15 coming in, but I mean, I've got access to hundreds and possibly thousands of trailers,
Yeah.
across the country. All my
You
old
could.
contacts. So if
So
one of
you,
my old customers or a friend comes in wanting something, I can normally find it within
well,
a couple
cool.
days.
You could have
Yeah.
fooled me. I thought your lot was pretty plentiful in trailers and real nice one. I believe Good Guys is the brand you're selling.
Yeah, Good Guys is my steel brand. Now I've been selling Aluma brand all aluminum car trailers for again about 15 years. We've got we've got a couple hundred of those coming in
Oh
this
wow.
season.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got those coming in, but that's going to be about I think they come in like 40 at a time, and that starts next month. So yeah, those are.
Wow.
I mean, they're all quality trailers. That's what I try to sell only the quality, high end stuff. But
Yeah.
the Aluma trailers are just awesome for
Yeah,
classic cars.
they really look nice too. You also sell a lot of commercial type
I do.
vehicles, right?
I do. I like that type of personnel as well. I mean, those guys. I mean, these are tools for the working man.
Sure.
So we're not getting people nitpicking and little scratches here and there. These are tools. These are hammers for their companies and stuff like that. But classic cars, I've always been into. Like, I mean, every young man should be. You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
Right.
yeah. I mean, I remember whenever I first moved up here, there was a guy up top of the hill that had some old cars, and I remember driving by there quite often. I think you know who that is, Kurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder who that guy could be. So basically, we're neighbors, and we get to see each other's toys when we're messing around with them. But
Right.
Shannon, we appreciate everything you do for the community and what you've done for us
Right.
as far as
We
helping
went
us out with.
that's right. With the wall, our wall
Yeah.
benefit that we did for the Veterans Wall down in Perryville, Missouri.
You
Well, I'll
helped to
continue.
sponsor that, make that
A success.
a success.
Yeah.
We're able to raise some funds for veterans. We want to
No,
thank you for that.
And you showed up and brought a couple cars, and that meant a lot to us. So
Sure. No, I'll try to continue to do that as well. I mean, I love what you guys are doing, and of course, I love classic cars. I sponsored a lot of local car shows for the community. I don't get to make them all. I don't get to go to all of them, but I really enjoy, and you got to keep them alive. I mean, you brought something up earlier about we're all getting older, and it scares me because I watch the trends in vehicles. Like the Model Ts and Model As. I used to play with them.
yeah,
And but you know what? they're not bringing the money now because a lot of people don't remember them. They don't know how to drive them. You know, they're not modern enough to get out and go 65 mile an hour. So I mean,
Right.
it's just a wave, you know. So I mean, we got to keep it going.
Well, you're right. And I will say this about Shannon. Uh, he loves buying a car too, but he'll sell some classic cars too. You know, so if you're looking, make sure you keep up on his website. You can follow him on Facebook, and I'm sure on all the socials out there. But Shannon told us back in December we're wanting to put this show in your showroom over there. And when we were over there checking that out, you told us you were going to Kissimmee, Florida,
That's right.
in the beginning
Correct.
of the year. So, uh,
And you were just down there last week.
so tell us about Kissimmee, Florida, and what took you there.
Well, if you're into classic cars like we are,
Yeah.
if you want to go see 4,500, I believe. I think they sell about 4,500 cars in that
Wow.
week and a half. And that is the place to be. And first off, it's January, and it's Florida, so you really can't go wrong. So,
There's a couple perks and advantages there.
there are. But you know, again, you can walk around them. Sometimes I think you can get a little too close to them. You know, I mean, they let anyone, you know. But and I bought many cars. Well, I bought 3 cars there so far. And once you buy them, you know, then you're like, okay, where's my car at? Oh, it's in a crowd of people. You know, you got to worry about everybody fingering it and everything else. You know,
Right.
so it's a little unnerving, but it's a good time. It's a great time to walk around and put your walking shoes on because, I mean, if you think about it, 4,500 cars you're walking around.
So it's a big auction. How many days does that auction last, Shannon?
I'm gonna guesstimate 12. I think it's like 12 days.
12 days.
So
Now,
you know,
They had some high priced cars sell there this year.
so were you there at the auction opening?
so I like to go.
We lost.
Uh-oh,
What's happened?
he's froze up.
Froze up. So Shannon may need to hang up and call us right back. Oh, there he
Some
is.
of the,
There he is.
I mean, not all cars there are crazy expensive. Most of them are, but you know, the first Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday cars are, you know, normal cars. I mean, honestly, whenever I got there on Thursday, I was walking through and I saw a lot of cars that did not sell. They did not, you know,
Oh, wow.
hit the reserve. And I looked at the prices because on the cars that did not hit the reserve, they put the price on the windshield of what the last bid was.
Ah,
And everything I looked at seemed like, you know what? If I wanted that car, it's worth that, you know, or it's worth
Yeah.
another $2 grand. So,
sure.
so the first couple days, I mean, there's a car there for almost anyone, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, you know, entry level up to, you know, collector to people on Forbes magazine. Okay, so I mean, there's a little bit of everything there. But I enjoy going the very first week or first weekend. It's more, you know, something that we all can possibly afford there. You know.
You know, about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe you came back from Kissimmee. It's maybe been longer than that. And you had a black '69 Chevelle Super Sport.
That's 6 years ago. I just found out on my phone a while ago.
time flies, man.
Yeah,
You
6
still
years. Yeah,
do you still have that car?
I do. That's a nice car. Very
That's
nice
a
car.
beautiful car.
Now you just bought another one while you were down there, did you not, Shannon?
I just bought a '72 this year. Yes, I did.
Okay. Jim, you want to show them a few pictures of that
You know, we're
car?
going to throw some of your pictures up here, Shannon, and let the audience see what you purchased down there, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'll start by saying I normally don't buy red cars for myself. And then I'll start by saying I don't like big wheels on cars. And so I bought a red big wheeled 72 Chevelle. All right.
2 strikes already.
Yes, 2 strikes. But as much as I like old cars, as much as I like to keep them factory, I also like to enjoy them. And some of my old cars don't have AC, they don't have power steering, which, you know, it's all good. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted something with a modern drivetrain. So this time I bought this car. It has an LS3 with a LSA supercharger, a 6-speed automatic transmission, AC.
Wow.
You know, so I'm hoping I can actually get in this car and drive it a little distance. You
I
know,
bet it.
so
I
that's
bet it's slow with that supercharger on there. Isn't it?
yeah, yeah. It doesn't sound like it, but maybe it is. I don't
Now,
know.
Shannon, when you buy a car like that, do you get a chance to test drive it at Mecum, or do you just take?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, not at
Okay.
all. No. Unfortunately, you've got to kind of watch some of these sales. I mean, being around them all my life, but you know, they only show you bits and pieces on the auctions, of course. But there's cars that don't even start, and they push them on the auction. They push them off the auction, and there's just different calibers of cars. I mean, there's show cars out there that don't run. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
Yeah.
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 So
you really got to watch what you're doing, and try to talk to the people, try to find the seller. A lot of times they won't be there, but sometimes they'll be there protecting. If it's a real car guy or girl, they'll be standing off to the side watching you look at their car. Okay, so kind of get some
so
information.
so if you don't like red paint and you don't like big wheels,
Yeah.
what brought you to look at this car?
Well, I actually walked by this car about 3 different times, and I'm telling on myself, and hopefully my wife doesn't watch this. But anyways, I walked by that car 3 different times. I'm like, gosh, that car looks so much better with different wheels. And I'm like, I'm not even, I didn't get 15 foot from it, but it was coming through the line. They got a big staging lane. They've got a staging lane of about, I'm going to guesstimate 35, 40 cars before they get to the actual auction block. Okay.
Yeah.
They got them in lines. And so the hood was popped on this car. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then then I started studying the car a little bit. Uh, Again, not a big fan of the bright red. I'm not a big fan of the fit and finish, but the drivetrain and the interior, you know, um, that's what drew me to it. So
And it
I
is
like
a
the drive.
yeah, and it is also a Chevelle, so that's a plus. So this car actually aired on ESPN2, I believe you told me earlier.
Correct.
So we're having a little bit of.
We hear a little gurgling sound.
I do
You want
too.
to have him call back?
He's not breaking it.
Well, this car actually went through the line on ESPN2, I believe, on January 9th. And if you've got ESPN2, or you can go check it out, you can watch this car actually sell, and Shannon was the buyer. So, um, that's
I think we may have to have him reconnect.
what is the
Would you like me to
static,
read?
Jim?
It's audio on his end.
Oh, it's audio.
Okay, we're having an audio problem, Shannon. Can you call right back?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank
Do
you.
that, and we'll keep talking.
He's gone.
We're good at that.
Yeah, we're good at So Shannon was down there just to give you a little idea. He went down on a Thursday. He's watching the cars go through on Friday night, Saturday night, and like he said, he loves Chevelles, but he don't like red and big wheels.
No, I don't blame him.
But he liked that modern drivetrain, and that's what a lot of these car builders are going through. So they like that. They like that LS motor.
They
like
do.
that late model
That's put
steering,
in.
the brakes. They want to drive it like it's a new car, and still have that old car.
I appreciate that. I can appreciate
I
that.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand it. I've had those thoughts in my head before too.
Right.
Now we got Shannon calling back in, so we'll have Jim put him back on.
We're gonna reconnect here.
Yeah,
Is any better?
Can you hear us, Shannon?
He still broke up.
Yeah, I think we might have a little signal issue with you there, Shannon.
Yeah, unfortunately, it sounds like that.
Yeah,
It sounds a little rough.
yeah,
It was good.
yeah,
it was
doing
great.
great. So I don't know if you moved or we just lost.
The video's fine.
Yeah,
The video's fine. It's just the audio. Well,
yeah. So You still there with us, Shannon?
Yeah.
There
I
you
think
go.
There
we
you go.
might be good.
Yep.
Try
That,
this.
that's
Yeah,
better.
that's fine. We apologize for the static there, audience, if that jumped out there at you. But anyway, your car went through the auction, and you on ESPN, right? ESPN2.
ESPN2, yeah. You can always watch Meekum for free anytime if you go to Meekum and log in. But I kind of like the ESPN2. That's where they have the cameras and they actually talk about the vehicles a little bit
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. I'm not real good with technology, so I don't even know how to go to ESPN2. But I know that's where they have to go on TV. Okay, but you can go to any Meekum and replay any of the auctions as well.
Well, we're gonna check that out.
Yeah. So audience, if you'd like to see the car up close and personal as it came through the line, like it did for Shannon when he purchased it, go watch that video on ESPN2. I'm sure you can
Or
find
go
it
to
on,
Meekum.
find it on YouTube, and
Right.
Heartland Hot Rods will try to post it up, share it too, Shannon. One other thing we
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
ask you, if I know Meekum goes all over the country and has 4 or 5 big auctions a year. If somebody really wanted
Correct.
to go to one, what would you recommend? I mean, I know you go to Kissimmee, but you've been to others.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, I've been to others. I mean, the closest would be Kansas City, of course.
Sure.
That's going to be pretty small, but still, it's very close as well. I mean, so I mean, that's a quick drive. I know Curtis is not getting on no airplane. I hear so.
Yeah.
That might be the one for you.
Yeah.
Now I've not been to the one in Texas yet, but I can imagine being in Texas that would be a good one. I've yet to go there, but I definitely want to try that. The Arizona ones, you know, Barrett and Meekum both kind of have their auctions within a week or so, I believe, apart, or they used to anyways. And I think that's going on. I think Barrett's going on possibly right now. Don't quote me, but I think so. Those are another great auctions to go to, especially this time of year again. Scottsdale, Glendale, all those places are really nice this time of year. So,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, if you want to get started, I mean, jump in a car, go to Kansas City, try it
Yeah.
out. You know, it's a smaller one for sure. I believe it's just a couple day auction, but still, it's all indoor. And it's normally hot, but it's AC in there, so that makes it nice.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
yeah,
Shannon, which do you prefer? Do you prefer Barrett or Meekum?
well, so all of Barrett is no reserve. Okay, so no matter what, if you sign your car up, it's gonna get sold.
It's going to get sold. Yeah.
100%. Now, Meekum, you have the option to put a reserve on it. If you put a reserve on your car, it's 7%. If you do not put a reserve on your car, it's 10% sale fee. So whenever you buy a car at Meekum, it's 10%. If you sell a car at Meekum with a with a reserve, it's 10%. So
Oh, wow.
the auction company is making 20% per vehicle. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys watched some of the big sellers, but
Oh, yeah.
okay, yeah. I mean, there's quite a few big sellers. The Yanko Camaros right now are going crazy. If you follow some of these cars, you can you'll see the same car sell like 2 years ago that sold this year. Okay, so if you ever want to go on to Meekum, you can view different sales and different cars. But I remember seeing a car it sold, I believe, don't quote me, but 2 years ago possibly in Kissimmee. It was a blue Yanko, sold for 180. This year, I think it sold for 467. I think
Wow.
right. So that's a great investment. Okay.
You know,
So-
I watched a video earlier this morning that was showing 4 Yinkos crossing. There was a yellow, like a beige or tan, uh, that real bright green, and all of them
So-
were from 400,000 up to almost 700,000,
So-
depending on, I guess, the desirability of them. But the cheapest one was 400 grand.
There was one person that owned every color of Yanko, and they had a room blocked off with AC going, black carpet, all on stands. They had all these Yankos up in this room right by the auction block before you get there.
Wow.
That's normally where they put all the really high end stuff. I mean, for one
Wow.
collector to have everything in this room. That was really unique to see all those Yankos, and they had a commentary about each one.
Sure.
And but yeah, so yeah, what a neat collection. I mean, there's Ferrari collections. You know, there's cars that don't do anything for me, but at the same
Douglas.
time, I respect them. You know, I respect every old car. I respect,
Sure.
you know, we all have a memory. That's
So-
what these cars are. They're just memories.
So
you know?
Shannon, when you're talking about the collections, are they actually selling the collections or are they just showing their collection?
Oh, they're still.
They're selling them. If they're at that
Wow.
auction, selling. Correct.
You know, that Ferrari collection that you were talking about, I saw some of the prices on that, and I know that guy had a large amount of money invested, but he walked away with a large amount of money too.
Yeah. That's facts.
Well, let me ask you this, Shannon, being that you do dabble for your own entertainment and love of classic cars, what do you think, what would you suggest to our viewers that would be a great investment today? Do you have any idea of what you would
I do.
think?
Well, my opinion is anything late 60s and 70s. And it all goes back to what I began talking about the Model Ts and As.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those people are not with us anymore.
That's
the
true.
the people that remember the 60s and 70s and even early 80s right now, those people, they're to the age now. Well, they're retired or they're getting close to retirement, or now they've got their money. You know, they make investments, and that's what they want. Okay, they're check writers. Okay,
Right.
I believe, you know, it's hard for me to believe, but you know, when we think about 80s, you know, I could probably, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, 4 or 5 cool 80s cars, but guess what? That's going to be the next
Yes.
hot thing. It really is. So in my opinion, anything late 60s, early 70s is just silly hot right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But the next one coming rolling out will be the early 80s.
It will be. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you know what's after that? I mean, we don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Anything in the 90s. You know what I mean? It's just,
Well,
Well, it'll be next.
Yes.
you know what, too, Shannon, your son, you have a senior in high school, and
Right.
he drives a couple pretty cool rides in their 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
So that's his era. You know what he looks at as classic.
Sure. I mean, even the 90s Ford trucks, you know, that everyone had and that bought brand new. I mean, they're on fire right now. Okay.
yeah.
So the real big money is late 60s, early 70s. The 90s trucks are hot, but you know, it's just going to continue to go like a time frame, you know, in my
They will.
opinion.
As us older guys pass away, you lose that generation. The next generation is a hot number.
One thing I do like, like and don't like, you know, whenever they started putting modern drivetrains in old cars, I was totally against it. Now you see, I just bought one. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm glad that people are keeping them going. Okay,
Yeah.
so even hey, guess what? Make it electric. I don't care. Just keep the old cars going.
Yeah, if you keep them on the road and keep them out there, that's what drives the.
Great thing.
That's what drives the whole community. So,
Okay.
Shannon, we
That's fine.
can't thank you. We can't thank you enough, brother, for coming on here and talking about your business and your experience in Kissimmee, Florida. And we look forward to having some of your cool cars
Sure.
on our channel
Yeah.
down the road here real soon.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for what y'all do.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Shannon. Have a good day.
Shannon Crump with Crump's Auto Sales and Trailer Sales, and he likes the classic cars. He's down his-
Engineer Jim, you want to throw their ad up?
What's that?
Well, Shannon was full of information, guys.
He was.
He was a lot of fun.
He
Shannon's
is.
a great guy. He's a good guy to talk with. He loves talking cars, new cars, old cars,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's got passion.
He's a collector.
He is.
He's got a pretty good sized garage at his house, and he couldn't squeeze a bicycle in there right now around a
Full
classic
of cars. All right. That's what we like.
And he's always buying more. And I bet you when we see that red Chevelle, it won't have them big old fat tires.
You know, I don't know.
I think I know him almost well enough to know that he's looking for a way to.
You do, but you wouldn't have thought he would have bought that modern
Well,
engine
I
in there.
necessarily wouldn't. He does have an all original '69 SS Chevelle.
So he's got it covered.
So I'll tell this quick story on Shannon. I'm flipping through Facebook last night, and I see one of these car collector
Reels, one of them little
reels, and they show this Yenko Chevelle backing in gold with a black top. It's got a big blower motor, no hood, and all that. Well, I knew Shannon has one just like that, and then I got just a glimpse of him, and I couldn't really see his face, but I could see his shirt. Well, I know the style of shirts. I know how Shannon dresses. So it was late too. I said, Shannon Crump, is this you? Well, this morning he answered me. He said, yes, sir. But way to go, Shannon. That video had like 1,000 views when I looked at it this morning.
Wow.
So I don't know who posted it, but
Right.
that's a cool car. Shannon's got a whole lot of them. So
Well, I tell you what, too, we'd like to get right back to the begging routine. Don't make us beg, but we would love for you to subscribe.
not only would we love for you to, it's almost imperative that you do.
We got to go. We need you to reach in the next 3 months here, the next 8 weeks, 7 weeks.
7 weeks. Let's call it
Yeah,
7.
let's call it 7 weeks. We've got to reach 500 more subscribers, so please help us out.
That old number's dancing around that 500 mark now, and to go in a little deeper, in order to get these channels to where they're actually making you a little bit of money.
To keep it.
Hoping you pay some of the bills.
Right.
Yeah.
Because right now it's all.
it's
Right
not-
now, Greg's sponsoring the bills here at the electric.
Yeah.
We'd like to get out of that.
Well, your old pocket's deeper than mine, right?
Don't
But
know about all
in
that.
order to meet, you have to meet
used to.
certain guidelines within the first year.
You do.
We hope to make both. We're getting very close on our watch time hours, so it's imperative that you watch, but it's even more imperative that you take that simple little task of signing up to YouTube if you have it and subscribing to our channel. You can subscribe to any other channel you want.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It is-
But and would also like to let you know, let us know what you'd like to see on our show here. Let us know if there's a guest out there that's got some information, or comment. Just comment and let us know.
We just need to keep it kind of PG.
Yeah.
We don't want, yeah.
No,
Yeah, we're going to have some industry specialists and some others on
we
the
are.
show in
And other
the future.
YouTubers.
Yes, absolutely. Other YouTubers, other channels. We're going to have. We're going to talk wheels. We're going to talk modifications of specific engines. I'm sure.
We'll talk motors and
Yeah,
rear ends.
We're
I know
going
all
to take
about it.
talk. We're going to talk models of cars and trucks,
absolutely.
Yeah.
too, just as well.
Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight, and we're so glad you did. And you know, remember, Heartland Hotrods is out here just trying to show off the vehicles. It might be yours, it might be your neighbors, it might be somebody you don't know. We're just trying to bring good quality content to you.
And you don't have to leave your living room to see it.
That's
the
right.
best thing.
We're trying to bring it to you, but we're willing to get out here and do the footwork.
And Kevin, what's our? We do have a webpage.
We do, and it's heartlandhotrods.com. You can also hit the contact info. Off the contact page, you can fill out a little form on there to let us know that you've got something or you know of something you'd like for us to film.
And we'll respond back.
We'll respond back.
And we won't sell your information. Don't worry about any of that.
No, so we've got a
I
lot
sell
of
about
different
anything
things.
right now.
We've got a lot of different things coming up that we think will interest.
Yeah, we do, and we're looking forward to 2026. So, as much as you hear us begging for that subscriber thing to go up, and we do need that,
Yeah.
we're not going to run away if we don't make it. We're still going to be out here making
That's
this
right.
content, and we're going to keep right on going.
We'll just be a lot poorer.
That's right. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. I'm Kurt,
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Greg.
I had to think about it for a second.
and together,
We are.
crazy.
Yeah.